Good morning, dear friends. Today we are discussing one of the most important section of this chapter, maxima and minima. So let us see in detail what we mean by maxima and minima. Right, the extreme values of a function. The extreme values of a function are created when the function changes from increasing to decreasing or from decreasing to increasing. That means extreme values are those values before and after which the function changes its behavior. Consider a function here. You can see that the function goes on increasing up to this point, and after that it is decreasing. For such a point is known as extreme value, or we say they are the critical points. Remember the name. They are known as critical points. Consider this. To the left side it is decreasing and then it goes on increasing after this point. Therefore here we are getting an extreme value. Here decreasing, increasing, here is a value, again decreasing. Therefore there are 2 points of extremum. 2 points of extremum. We have 2 points of extremum. Extreme values or critical points. Right. One more example: increasing, then decreasing, then increasing, again decreasing. So here you are getting 3 extreme values. All these values are known as extreme values or critical points. So simply, critical points are those points to the left and right of which the function changes its behavior. Remember that there are again some points to the left and right of which the function does not changes its behavior. Such points are known as points of inflection. Points of inflection. INFLEXIY. Now, local maximum. The greatest function value in an open interval in the given domain is known as local maximum, and in the given domain, the smallest functional value in an open interval in the domain is known as local minimum. Consider a graph here. So here is the local maximum and a local minimum. One more graph here. Here you can see a maximum, another maximum and a minimum. Then we say this is the local maximum. Here is the local minimum, and the next one is also a maximum, but it is known as absolute maximum. Therefore, the difference between local maximum and local minimum is local maximum and local minimum are the maximum and minimum values in a given interval, but absolute maximum is if there are more than one, local maximums, and then the maximum of all local maxima are known as absolute maximum, and the minimum of all local minimum is known as local minimum. So if there are more local maximums, out of the highest value is named as absolute maximum, and if there are many minimum values, then such the least minimum value is defined as absolute minimum. Here you can see absolute minimum. Here it is a local maximum and here it is a local minimum. One more example. In this figure, you can see all the 4: absolute maximum, local minimum, and absolute minimum. Now, definitions. Absolute minimum occurs at a point C if f of C is less than or equal to f of x for all x in the domain. So we consider this one. Here is a point C. Then the corresponding value is absolute minimum at the point. Absolute maximum occurs at a point C if f of C is greater than or equal to f of x for all x values in the domain. So here you consider a value C, and the corresponding value is the absolute maximum. Local minimum occurs at a point C in an open interval AB in the domain if f of C is less than or equal to f of x for all x values in the open interval. Here you have a value at A, then a value at B. In a given interval, you can see a local maximum and local minimum. So similarly, you can find a local maximum here. In this function, you can see a local maximum. The extreme value theorem, maximum and minimum values. So if a function is continuous on a closed interval AB, then the function will contain both an absolute maximum value and an absolute minimum value. How to find the values? See, here is a function. Then you find here is the starting value of the domain. here is the ending value of the domain, and it is the value at first end point, left end point A, value of the function f of b, right end point B, value of the function f of b. You can see two extreme values, one of the critical point here, and at this point one critical value C, then the value of the function is f of C, and one more critical value here at D, then its functional value as f of D. Then now here you see there are four values of the function at 4 points. A and B are endpoints, C and D are critical values or extreme values. Out of the four values, the most highest value is f of C. Therefore f of C represents absolute maximum, and the lowest value is D at D, f of D. Therefore absolute minimum is f of D. Therefore this is the process to find absolute maximum and absolute minimum. When a function is given in a closed interval a and b, you find the value of the function at both a and b. Then you find the critical points. Remember how to find critical points? When a function f of x is given, you find f dash x and equate it with 0. The values of x gives extreme values. Then you find the value of the given function at both endpoints as well as at all extreme values. Then the highest of the values given absolute minimum, and the lowest gives absolute minimum. The first derivative test. Here let us consider a function. Here C represents the extreme value or critical point. Now you see to the left of C, when we draw a tangent at that point, the tangent will be parallel to x-axis, where f dash x is equal to 0. Now to the left of f of C, you can see that the function is increasing, therefore f dash C is greater than 0. To the right of that, function is decreasing, that means f dash C is less than 0. This means that to the left and right of the critical point, first derivative of the function changes its sign from positive to negative. Listen carefully. When here is a critical point, which should be a maximum, to the left and right, derivative of the function f dash C changes its sign from positive to negative. If C is a point of local maxima in the domain of the function f, then f dash x changes its sign from positive to negative as x increases through C. Such a point is known as point of local maxima, and this theorem, this process is known as first derivative test. Similarly, let us go for local minima. Here we have a function. Right, see here is the critical point C, and when we draw a tangent there again, you can see that it is parallel to x-axis, where f dash x is equal to 0. Now inspect to the left, it is decreasing, that means f dash C is less than 0. To the right of C, it is increasing, therefore f dash C is greater than 0. That means we can conclude that point of local minima is that point to the left and right of which the derivative of the function changes its sign from negative to positive. Actually, it is something controversy to our convention. Our convention is that negative to positive it is increasing, and positive to negative it is decreasing. But the first derivative test says that at a point of maximum, the function left is positive, right is negative. Means it changes from positive to negative through the point of local maximum, and similarly through the point of local minimum, left to right, it changes from negative to positive. If C is a local minima in the domain of the function f, then f dash x changes its sign from negative to positive as x increases through C. Similarly, there is one more test known as second derivative test. It says let f be a function defined on the interval I and C is a member of I. Let f be twice differentiable at C. 2 times it must be differentiable to apply second derivative test. Then x equal to C is a point of local maxima if first derivative of the function at C, f dash C is equal to 0 and f double dash C is less than 0. See, a second derivative is less than 0 means second derivative is negative at the point if it is a point of local maximum, and x equal to c is a point of local minima if f dash c equal to 0 and f double dash c is greater than 0, means it is should be a critical point, and at that critical point second derivative should be positive at the point of local minima. Again, you take care, at the point of local maxima second derivative is negative, and at the point of local minima second derivative is positive. Let us go for, if the test fails, if the second derivative test fails, then we will apply first derivative test again. It fails only if f dash c equal to 0 and f double dash